If you look inside my closet, you'll see that I have a pretty good number of cosplays. And a lot of that may be is because I really do have a good number of them. Now, I'm not just talking about the normal variety such as sci-fi and comic books. I also mean the incredible kinds from stuff like movies, TV shows, video games, and anime. And I love the hell out of them. I enjoyed looking like the characters I dress up as, and whenever I wear one at a convention, the experience was well worth it. So I'm doing a series talking about every single one of them. We're gonna analyze every single bit of them, how well they turned out, and if it's well worth it. So sit back, relax, and get your sewing needles ready, because this is CGS, aka a Cosplayer's Guide to Success. Alright, well, hey guys, this is Ackley, SamAttack4427 here. Thank you guys so much for, of course, tuning into another fantastic episode of A Cosplayer's Guide to Success. So yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense to actually do this episode as normal right about now. So yeah, I guess if you could recall from, of course, the past 3 episodes that I actually did, I have, of course, mentioned, of course, my gender-bent Ruby Rose cosplay numerous times right about now. So yeah, pretty much not just the main costume that I've actually put together, and of course, the last. Pretty much in the 4th episode as we speak, but also in the past 2 episodes, I've also mentioned, of course, my casual Ruby Rose cosplay that I've put together for, of course, the premiere of RWBY Volume 6, but also, of course, Ruby's pajamas that she actually wore, and of course, part of the 1st volume. So yeah, pretty much doing different variations on, of course, Ruby Rose is something that I've been doing for quite a long time now. I dare even say for well over a year since after I first started on the main costume itself. So yeah, I guess pretty much if anything, for of course today's episode of this show, we're going to be diving into another variation of my gender-bent Ruby Rose cosplay, except this time it is, of course, on her outfit that she wore during her time in Mistral from, of course, volumes 4, 5, 6, and part of volume 7 as we speak. But I mainly refer to it as, of course, pretty much my take on, of course, Ruby Rose, of course, her outfit from volume 4 of RWBY. So yeah, I guess if anything, I think this has to be, without a doubt, my favorite version of course, my gender-bent Ruby Rose cosplay that I've put together. I just really love the way it actually turned out. And I guess, of course, another cosplay that I've actually handcrafted for sure. And that's definitely saying a whole lot for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, I guess it kind of makes sense to officially talk about this cosplay in full. So yeah, I've got everything that I need lined up right about now, and I'm gonna go ahead and go through it bit by bit just to see how it actually fares up in any way. So yeah, let's not waste any more time, man. Let's go ahead and get right on to, of course, this cosplay. Now, to officially start things off for, of course, this cosplay right but now, kind of makes sense to, well, talk about the main costume. So yeah, pretty much self-explanatory. This one we've actually used several different pieces that we've actually put together for, of course, this cosplay, and actually handcrafted the whole thing for sure. So yeah, pretty much the first thing I actually did for, of course, this cosplay is, of course, her cloak for sure. So yeah, pretty much all we pretty much did is, of course, take some leftover fabric that we actually used for, of course, my casual Ruby Rose cosplay, and mainly a part of course, the pretty much the eye covers for, of course, Ruby's pajamas, and actually, and I've actually cut together this incredible cloak while pretty much just using my cloak for, of course, my original gender-bent Ruby Rose cosplay as, of course, its basis for sure. So yeah, and of course, much like with what I said some episodes ago, I got this fabric straight off of course, Joanne Fabrics as we speak, and I guess with the amount I've actually used, or should I say purchased to, of course, get this cosplay going, I really did have enough to actually get this one going, and yeah, pretty self-explanatory. I've actually pretty much cut up everything to, of course, make everything, like, of course, the main cape itself, and, of course, the hoodie, and, of course, this incredible scarf that helps wrap around it to help giving support to my shoulders, and it does feel great to, of course, have that exactly, and of course, including all that is, of course, this Ruby Rose emblem that I bought off of Etsy, and pretty much, thankfully, the whole thing was, of course, 3D printed for sure, and of course, I actually did take the time to, of course, paint everything, making it all great with some incredible black lighting inside of it, and of course, I've actually took the time to actually get myself a nice clip that I got from, of course, Michael's, and I've actually hot glued it into its place, and it really does help out a whole lot, and it really does stand out a whole lot. So yeah, going back a bit to the cloak right about now, pretty much on top of course, sewing the whole thing for the bottom portion, I'm actually cut up the bottom portion of course, this cloak to actually help make it look like the bottom part is being ripped apart as we speak. Like I said, to help make it as realistic and actually stay true to, of course, the costume that was used in the show, and of course, I should mention this right about now, I did use one of the images from, of course, Volume 4 of RWBY as a reference to actually help out with the bottom portion of this one right here, and yeah, it did get the job done just fine. I just really love the way it actually turned out. So yeah, now for the rest, I have to say I also got this incredible white pretty much this white turtleneck that I've actually used, which really does help out, and I got this straight off of Amazon, and looking inside but now there's a few others I should mention, like, of course, yeah, if I can, yeah, give me a second, right about now, but yeah, I'll just mainly keep it inside there. I also got these incredible pairs of tights off of AliExpress, which really does help out a whole lot. And of course, for one of the yeah, pretty much for one of it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and pretty much self-explanatory. I actually got these tights straight off of AliExpress, and it actually does look really, really impressive that I actually got these. Yeah, car passing by, so yeah, and of course I pretty much took the time to, of course, use a black Sharpie and actually draw on, of course, Ruby's rose that go alongside these pairs of tights for sure, and I should mention this right but now, pretty much my main credit will have to go to, of course, Lambanak of Lambanak and Mangaloo Cosplays for, of course, providing the pattern for, of course, yeah, for, of course, that rose for, of course, this pair of tights right about now, and yeah, I think it actually does get the job done, and I really love the way it actually turned out. So yeah, pretty much about it on that, and of course, I pretty much looking inside. What you're seeing right about now is, of course, part of Ruby's garment that I've actually wore right above my white turtleneck, and of course these wonderful shorts that I think pretty much, as you can see here, is, of course, pretty much the shorts that I pretty much got off of Amazon, and pretty self-explanatory, much like with what I did with, of course, the cape, or in this case, the cloak, the garment, and of course, part of the shorts. Again, I've actually used leftover fabric to, of course, help make all these, and it's pretty obvious that, of course, the garment itself is also encoded in this incredible felt that we actually use to, of course, help make it, but it does get the job done, and of course, I also do have a nice pair of laces to, of course, help strap it on properly, but I'll get more into that once I actually try the whole thing on, but hey, whatever the case, it does get the job done for, of course, the main costume itself, and again, I really like the way the main costume actually turned out, but that's just only the start to, of course, what I'm actually in for, and we'll go ahead and get around to the rest of it right about now. Now, much like the garment itself that we actually use these nice, pretty much this foamy material, I kind of forgot what it actually is called. It's not just the garment that we use this kind of material for. We also use it for, of course, these wonderful arm gauntlets that you see here. Again, it actually does look really, really nice, and thankfully it does help fit in well to, of course, my arm size for sure. And of course, we actually hammered in these incredible buttons that we actually use. So yeah, like I said, pretty much going into, of course, pretty much staying true to the actual costume itself that RWBY actually wore in the show for sure, and yeah, and of course it really does get the job done, and I really like the way these actually turned out. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do admire the way these gauntlets actually turned out. So yeah. So, of course, stepping aside from, of course, all of that, there are some other stuff that I actually got as well to help fit into, of course, this costume right now, and that's mainly on this bag right now. So yeah, pretty much self-explanatory. I got this bag off of Easy Cosplay, which which of course I mentioned several times on, of course, this show. And of course, for what it is, I really do admire the way the bag actually looks out. It really does look like the actual one that you see in, of course, RWBY's costume for sure. So yeah, I guess for what it is, it actually does look really, really impressive, and pretty much to, of course, help make it look like it's an actual full load inside of it. We've actually supplied it with a good amount of bubble wrap to, of course, help give the illusion that this bag is full, as you can see here. So yeah, I guess for what it is, it does get the job fine, and of course, not only that, but we've also equipped it with some incredible straps that we've actually decided to, of course, put into it, so that way I can actually get in and out of it rather smoothly. So yeah, pretty much all it is, I can actually strap this thing on, like of course it's a regular backpack on my back. While of course afterwards I will of course take, of course, these straps that we've actually made together, and of course wrap it around my arms to actually help get it fully embraced to, of course, yeah, and probably give it a whole lot more support. Sure, the straps do sometimes come off rather easily, and I have to fix them up rather quickly, but it does get the job done fine, and again, it did help out with, of course, the costume in general. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do admire the way it actually turned out. And last, but certainly not the least, to of course complete the entire cosplaying full, I guess the pretty much the one other thing I actually got to, of course, finish off the whole thing is, of course, these wonderful pairs of boots I actually got. So yeah, I guess for a lot of you guys are wondering, I got these boots straight off of another cosplay shop that I should mention right about now, which is of course Pro Cosplay. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do admire the way these boots actually turned out since I got it from this site. Again, I think pretty much from the way it actually looks, to the nice color scheme, and even the nice touches to, of course, all the straps right about now. It really does make it look like RWBY's actual boots that she wore in that said outfit. So yeah, I guess for what it is, I really do admire the way the boots actually turned out. It really does help fit the dynamic of course, this cosplay, hands down. So yeah, I guess for what it is, it's actually, these are actually really great boots in my opinion, I'm not gonna lie. And so, yeah, that's pretty much everything that I need to say for, of course, my Volume 4 version of course, my gender bend Ruby Rose cosplay right about now. So yeah, I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging on that front, not at all. I guess the only thing left to do is to, you know, try the whole cosplay on and see how it actually fares up. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can do. So let's not waste any more time and let's get right to it right about now. Alrighty, yeah, looks like I am now officially in the entire costume in full right about now, and I have to say this looks really impressive right about now, especially pretty much just wearing the whole thing for sure. It just feels absolutely nice for sure, and yeah, I think pretty much with of course everything I'm wearing right but now, nothing's too tight, nothing's too loose or anything, and it actually fits me well just fine, though I think I will say, I think the garment that I'm wearing right about now does kind of make my body feel a little bit squished up a bit, but other than that, I am still happy on the way this costume actually turned out right about now. And for this being, of course, another variation of my gender bend Ruby Rose cosplay that I've done, I say it's actually really well done for sure. So yeah, but I guess in the end, when I actually want to compare it to, of course, the other ones that I did before, I think I would probably say that I find myself liking this one a whole lot more, because I actually really love the nice detail and the amount of craftsmanship I've actually put into this one. So yeah, I think I actually do find myself liking this version of my gender bend Ruby Rose cosplay a whole lot more. And plus, like I said, seeing of how this is done by, of course, some leftover red fabric that I used for my casual Ruby Rose cosplay, I say I've actually made really great use to it overall, and yeah, I guess in the end, pretty much just by seeing it all the way, it really does show exactly that. So yeah, I guess in the end, I am really proud of my Volume 4 Ruby Rose cosplay, and I think this is practically the best I have actually put together out of every single one that I've actually put together, including the ones that I'll get to in, of course, later episodes right about now. So yeah, I guess in the end, I'm actually really impressed by my gender bend, yeah, pretty much this version of my gender bend Ruby Rose cosplay, and really does get me into a nice little stance with, of course, this cloak on. So yeah, I guess in the end, I am really proud on, of course, this cosplay overall, and truly one of my favorites I've actually put together. So yeah, and of course with that thought, I think it's a good way to, of course, stop it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode of A Cosplayer's Guide to Success. And of course, as always, if you have any constructive criticism and or advice on, of course, how I can improve my videos in the near future, then by all means go ahead and leave them down in the comment section below. And of course, as always, if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future, then go ahead and send me an email to this email address, backley95@hotmail.com. And of course, as always, if you want to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos in the near future, as well as, of course, plenty of other stuff that I got going on, as well as, of course, showing off some incredible cosplays like what you're seeing right about now, then go ahead and follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty of other social media sites that I have provided. All the links to them are down in the description box below. And of course, as always, if you want to show your support for me and actually see some sneak peeks to some videos that I got coming up, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget, then go ahead and, of course, support me on Patreon at patreon.com/AckleyTACTV. And of course, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of my channel, if you want to see more videos like this coming up in the near future, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as well as turn on the notification bell and select all notifications, so that way you'll be notified once I upload a brand new video. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode of A Cosplayer's Guide to Success, and don't worry about a thing, there's going to be plenty more on the way, and I'm excited to see on what other cosplays that I'm going to show off to all of you guys, because yeah, there's a whole lot more of that later on, so... But I guess until then, we're just going to have to wait and see, so yeah, now if you'll excuse me, I'm about to head on off and actually go off fight off the creatures of Grimm. So yeah, as soon as I can actually get my Crescent Rose ring about now, yeah, don't ask why. I just need to get fully invest to, of course, the character I'm cosplaying as. But yeah, I guess until the next episode, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.